to welcome everyone to the regular scheduled board meeting, President and Board of Trustees, Village of Tinley Park, Cook and Will County, held on Tuesday, November 19, 2024, beginning at 6 p.m. Everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Brady?
Here.
Trustee Brennan?
Present.
Trustee Mahoney is absent. Trustee Mueller?
Here.
Trustee Shaw?
Present.
Trustee Sullivan?
Here.
President Klotz.
Present. Item number 1, consider approval of the agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call for item 1. Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you. Item number 2, is there a motion to consider approval of the minutes of the special village board meeting held on November 6, 2024?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call for item 2. Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Next, we have item number 3, receive presentation of the Tinley Park Business Spotlight, Bean and Breek Coffee by President Glotz and Clerk O'Connor. Bean and Breek Coffee, located at 17835 80th Avenue, offers a variety of coffee drinks, including Breek, which is made on a traditional sand bed. They also feature energy refreshers, sandwiches, and pastries. Please join us in welcoming Miriam, owner of Bean and Breek.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having us. We're super excited to be a part of Tinley Park. We've been open for just a little over 7 months. Bean and Breek, I created the name. Bean is for coffee bean, and Breek is the Arabic word for coffee pot, because we do serve not only regular, I shouldn't say regular, good quality espresso drinks like lattes, macchiatos, but we also serve Arabic coffee as well. And we serve it, we prepare it over a traditional method, which is over hot sand, which is going back to ancient times where they didn't make have a fire. They just roasted the coffee right over the hot sand. So we kind of make our own little makeshift, I guess, hot sand bed there so that everyone has an experience. And if you've never had it, you have to try it. It is stronger than espresso. We serve them in really small cups because it will keep you awake. So it's definitely an experience. We're a place that we want to cultivate a culture that brings Middle Eastern with American traditional coffee. We roasted, my husband, who couldn't be here because he's manning the bar, we're a family-run business. He and I created the blend. It took us many months, several months to make it. We are serving a drink that we wouldn't ourselves like, so it's definitely quality. We pride ourselves on our quality coffee and our great customer service. We actually just recently received an award that we're so gracious for being one of the top coffee shops in the Chicagoland area, the top in Tinley Park, which we're very grateful for our customers and our patrons. We are in the beginning process, so 7 months in, we really are looking for a lot of the community support. So far, the community has been great. I know Tinley Park is known to have a great, melting pot community, and so if you haven't had anything Middle Eastern, this is the place to go. We kind of combine both, like I said, Middle Eastern with the American vibe. So our sandwiches are, like, for example, hummus. Who doesn't like hummus, We have a hummus egg croissant and as well as other things, pastries that you won't find anywhere else but by us. So we are very excited to have you guys. And we actually have loyalty programs for those that, coffee is an addiction. So it's really quick to accumulate your reward. So you rack up points. After a certain amount of points, you get a free drink. We also have a first responder discount as well for our first responders. So coming in uniform, you get a discount. We also have events that we're going to try to host that support other local small businesses. So like, book fairs, art events, music events. So we hope that you guys come and support us with that as well. Our goal is simple. We just want to bring a culture to here to Tinley Park, making it the heart of our community. It was an underserved, that's why we chose Tinley Park. We're not Tinley Park residents, but we chose Tinley Park because we felt like it was a community that needed coffee, and we love coffee. So definitely we're excited to be here, and diversity, we love that we want to include everyone, so we're trying to create a space that welcomes everyone, where diversity is celebrated, and we're not just a business, we're your neighbors. So, I mean, we definitely want to have that vibe. When we come in, we treat you like family. Every person that comes in is definitely going to get their ears talked off by my husband and myself, but it comes with, a good quality cup of coffee. So that's what we strive ourselves on being. So we hope to see more community support again, and thank you so much for having us. We're excited to be a part of Tinley Park. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Miriam. Next, we have item number 4. I'd like to ask the board for a motion to consider recognizing Tinley Park High School teacher Lauren Brazel for being named the grand prize winner of the National Heroes of the Classroom program.
I'll make that motion.
I will second that.
Thank you. The National Heroes of the Classroom program, presented by Kleenex, recognizes kindergarten through 12th grade teachers for their hard work, resilience, and dedication to the students. Ms. Brazel was selected as the grand prize winner from among 10 finalists at schools in California, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Nevada, New Jersey, South Carolina, and Utah. As the winner, she will receive a check for $5,000, and the high school will also receive a $5,000 check and a 1-year supply of Kleenex tissue for everyone with colds. She has been a teacher for 19 years, with the last 9 years as a special education teacher. So we would like to congratulate you, and maybe before we signed a certificate for you, if you want to say a couple words, and then have our favorite Dr. Nolan say something as well.
Hello, I feel like I'm a frequent flyer here lately. And actually, I'm going to be leaving this to go to my own board meeting afterwards. But, I think it was in August, I got an email talking about the Kleenex Heroes of the Classroom Award. And although I am blessed to have many outstanding educators at Tinley Park High School, the word hero really rang a bell with me. And that's where Lauren Brazel's name definitely popped into my head. Not only is she an outstanding special education teacher, she works with our general education population, our students who have learning challenges, behavioral challenges, intellectual challenges, and she's just a rock star in the classroom. She's not exactly, when I say this, she knows I'm saying it lovingly, she's not exactly your warm and fuzzy type. And when I say that, it's because she definitely moves her students along that academic continuum. It's not about just being there and being nice and friendly. She wants her kids to learn, she wants her kids to grow, and she sets high expectations for them in the classroom. So they adore her for that, and they would sing her praises just as much as I would. But it wasn't just what she does at Tinley Park High School that really makes her that true hero. It's what she does then when she puts her mom hat on when she goes home. So Lauren, her husband is Ryan. She has a daughter named Molly, and she has twins, Charlie and Frankie. And Frankie is a medically fragile child, currently undergoing hospice treatment. And she goes home and gives him then the care and the love that he needs to live out his life as long as we can possibly extend that. And being a mom myself, I know what she gives in the classroom, and then to go home and have another full-time job at home taking care of her beautiful family. She truly is a hero. So to have her be recognized as the grand prize winner in the United States out of all of these states, really putting Tinley Park on the map, Tinley Park High School, District 228. It's really amazing, and we're thankful to Kleenex for giving us this opportunity. And actually thankful and grateful to the Village of Tinley Park, Mayor Glatz. the fire department, the police department, the chamber, and everybody that I shook down for votes to make sure that she came out on top. But it's just a great example of what Tinley Park does, the village of Tinley Park, the community of Tinley Park does when they come together and they want to make something happen. So incredibly grateful for this opportunity, but incredibly grateful that I get to work with this amazing individual every day. So without further ado, Lauren Brazel.
Just to really echo what Dr. Nolan said, I just wanted to thank the village for all the support that we had. I mean, it had lots of parents come up at board meetings and, or at football games and stuff saying, we saw your post on the village site. We saw this, we saw that. We were told we have to vote. We voted. So thank you very much. The prize is amazing. It's actually going towards an addition we're putting on our home for my son right now so that we can kind of ease the care. And it took a little bit of that financial burden off of us. So thank you so much for recognizing our school and what we do there and for all of this. It's been awesome. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Lauren, two things. One, you know, they just had the program out there, Best Of. You should certainly be in that
Oh, man.
category of the Best
I
Of.
hate being the center of attention, so
Number one.
sure.
I know the feeling. And two, you've proven once again, besides the police and fire, that not all heroes wear capes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Fantastic. Thank you. You all got up that easy. Thank you very much.
Doctor.
All right. I mean, this is really.
On each side of it.
There we go. Gotcha, gotcha.
I'm coming.
All right, I'm going to take it with two cameras. Ready? Okay, hold on. Got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Well deserved. Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thanks. We'll put this in her office. and we'll figure it out.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
They ought to give your students a free day in your honor.
I mean, careful with that. They're getting bun cakes.
Yeah, they're getting buckets, they'll be great, yeah.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Roll call for item 4, trustee Brady,
Yes.
trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Shaw.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Next, we have item number 5. May I have a motion to consider approval of the consent agenda items?
I will make the motion.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Consent agenda items have been publicly posted and available for review on the agenda for the meeting. Would anyone from the board like any of these items removed tonight? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call for item 5, trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Shaw.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Next, we have item number 6. Can I have a motion, please, consider adopting ordinance 2024-0-059, amending Title 11, Chapter 112, Section 22, permitted number of liquor licenses, Class D, all-out smoke pit, at 7101 West 183rd Street, Units 103 and 104.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. All Out Smoke Pit has approached the mayor's office seeking a Class D license for a planned establishment at 7101 West 183rd Street, Units 103 and 104. All Out Smoke Pit aims to deliver high-quality barbecue in a restaurant and bar setting featuring classic barbecue cuisine such as slabs, pulled pork, brisket, rib tips, grilled wings, along with a variety of soul food, sides like mac and cheese, collard greens, yams, baked beans, and mastacholi. Their mission is to offer delicious food, exceptional service, and a welcoming ambiance that captures the authentic spirit of American barbecue, and they seek to expand their brand to the village of Tinley Park. This ordinance is eligible for adoption. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call for item 6, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Item 7, trustee Mueller.
I move we consider adopting Resolution 2024-R-138, approving a supplemental agreement between the Village of Tinley Park and Robinson Engineering for the 175th Street Construction Engineering Services.
I'll second it.
Go ahead, Mike.
Please consider approving a supplemental agreement with Robinson Engineering in the not-to-exceed amount of $150,000. This item was discussed at the Committee of the Whole, held just prior to this meeting, and is eligible for adoption.
Any questions from the board? Comments from the public? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call for item 7, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Item 8, trustee Mueller.
I move we consider adopting Resolution 2024-R-141, approving a contract between the Village of Tinley Park and Christopher B. Burke Engineering for post number 17 at 9322 LaPorte Road and post number 19 at 174th Street and Ozark Avenue, lift station improvement engineering services.
Any questions or comments from the board? Any comments from the public? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
We need a second.
I'll second it.
Thought I did.
You did? Who did the second on number
Oh,
8?
sorry.
No, I'll second it.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Roll call for item 8, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Item 9, trustee Bill Brennan on Chief's Animals.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to consider adopting ordinance 2024-0-060, amending specific sections of Chapter 91 of the Tinley Park Village Code of Ordinances related to animals.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you, trustee Mueller. Consider amending specific sections of Chapter 91, Animals of the Village of Ordinance to align with the State of Illinois statutes and current best practices. The update aims to provide clear descriptions, definitions, and processes of providing animal services. This item was discussed at the Committee of the Whole, held prior to this meeting, and this ordinance is eligible for adoption.
Thank you, Mr. Brennan. Are there any questions from the board? Any comments from the public? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call for item 9, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Item 10, receive comments from staff. Any comments from staff? Nope. Next, we have item 11, receive comments from the board. Anyone from the board care to comment?
I have a couple items, Mr. Mayor.
It's all yours.
Thank you. First, I'd just like to let everyone know if you're available tomorrow evening, 6:30 to 8:30. I will be guest bartender at Frankie's Ristorante here in town. It's my second year doing it. It's to help a good cause for the charity Filling the Gap. And be serving red and white wine, Bonanza Cabernet, and a Riva de la Rosa, which is like a Pinot Grigio. So ask if anyone's available. I know trustee Mueller really
That's why.
should come out and partake. But anyone else who can make it out there, I'd appreciate it.
Do we have to tip?
You have to pay for the wine.
Yes.
It's generally, to ensure prompt service, so
Okay.
if I serve you promptly, then yes, you should tip.
All right, just checking.
You can always tip in advance as well. And I'd also just like to put it out there, because Thanksgiving is coming up soon. St. Julie Billiart Parish here in town they're celebrating their 50th anniversary year. And so they've been bringing back a lot of former deacons and priests. And this Thanksgiving, they'll be having Bishop Lou Tilka he's the Bishop of Peoria. He'll be presiding over Mass on Thanksgiving. And so it's going to be a real treat having him back to town, former pastor of St. Julie's. So thank you very much.
Mr. Brady?
I just want to take this opportunity to wish everybody a very happy, healthful, and thankful Thanksgiving. And we have a lot to be thankful for, but also let's remember to be thankful for what we don't have. Somebody is always worse than us. That's all.
Anyone else?
What Bill said.
That's it?
Ditto.
Clerk?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Nope, just happy Thanksgiving.
I had a couple things. First, we'll start with a nice happy moment. So, our marketing director, Donna Framke, she went on and discussed well over 100 businesses that have been winning awards for being the Southland's best in Tinley Park. You were not with us, we had Tiffany. And so every business, I send them a letter congratulating them, on becoming first, second, or third place. And so, since you were, 130,000 people voted, and I don't know if you are aware, because I said that earlier, but I put this together for you so you could have it, that you were voted by 130,000 voters as the best attorney in the south suburbs.
Well,
We didn't want you to miss your due.
I got from Dalton.
It could be,
Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
could be from YouTube.
Sure.
The next, another special attorney is Patrick Walsh. This is the Patrick Walsh that is not from Hinsdale. We got from the ARDC, it was filed with the ARDC clerk before the review board, November 19th. It was stamped the Illinois Attorney Registration and Disciplinary Commission on Stephen Eberhardt. They finally affirmed the ruling on Stephen Eberhardt and the abuse of the residents of Tinley Park and staff, and also the elected officials for the last, 14 years? So I'll just read you the conclusion. For the foregoing reasons, we recommend that the respondent be suspended for 5 months and until he completes the ARDC professional seminar and pays any monetary sanctions ordered in Eberhardt 1, they call it. There was a sanction, it's roughly about $26,000. I think it was federal Judge Norgal awarded sanctions to Patrick Walsh of roughly right around $26,000. That becomes a final and enforceable judgment. We believe that the recommended sanction commensurate with respondent's misconduct, and it is sufficient to serve the goals of attorney discipline, won't be you because you were voted best, including protecting the public, preserving public confidence in the legal profession, and deterring respondent and other attorneys from committing similar misconduct. And then the 3 respectfully submitted listed their names. So I just wanted to thank the Patrick Walsh and the Illinois Supreme Court and the ARDC for doing their due diligence. Our staff has been harassed for many years, and so finally it's coming to an end. So congratulations, most importantly, to the clerk's office.
Free at last.
Clap.
Here, here. Give them a hair.
And then, something else I wanted to mention is, I feel sorry for the people in Homer Glen. I don't know if anyone saw the Tribune article. The headline says, multiple candidates file and Homer supervisor says it will be the dirtiest election Homer Glen has ever seen. Unfortunately, there's a common denominator, it seems, with mudslinging and dirt. The attorney for the Homer Township the firm is Bert Oldeson, who's also the attorney that I believe, in my opinion, caused all the problems in Dalton, is also the Tinley Park District attorney, and also trying to become the village attorney of Tinley Park. in there, they state a crowd fielded of 17 candidates filed petitions this week to run for 3 open Homer Glen trustee positions. They filed 14 candidates for 3 positions, which makes a total of 17, which I don't think has ever happened. While Homer Township Supervisor Balich said the race could be clean, he is warning it could be a nasty election season like we've seen in Tinley Park. Every time Senator Hastings gets involved, 2017, 2019, 2023, and now going to be 2025, they will follow the same approach. Balich says it's going to be the dirtiest election they've ever seen. People know how nasty this will get. If you hit me with a fist, I'm going to hit you with a bat. They are not the kind of people that we want representing our community. And kudos to Mayor Trakey. She said all she's asking for is wants a board that works together and focuses on village business, not politics, which her board currently does, and so does ours and our staff. Some people run for the love of the community, Mayor Trakey said. Some run for their love of politics and power. In my opinion, that holds true here in Tinley as well. You look what the Rubinos are doing with Ashley's father, Bob Rita, and the Hastings, all the infighting that got going on between the Park District and the village. It's sad. She also said a unified board may not always vote the same or think the same, but they can have a very healthy conversation rather than political bickering. And then, last but not least, one trustee candidate said she would love to see the community move forward without political divisiveness. She said many residents are fed up with the animosity. It's kind of exactly, like I said earlier, it's what the Rubinos and their father, Bob Rita, are trying to do to Tinley Park. Our staff has been great. They've gone to several meetings trying to talk to Roby and the board, asking them after they got the land to help them, to work with them, to make their project better. And they refuse to talk to our village manager or any of the staff that have gone out of their way to try and help them. And if you flip your computer to the AV, so this is just something, again, what we've been talking about, these the Friends of the Friend program and the contract giveaways. On the first page, a project manager consultant agreement was signed. They did not ask for any other, anyone else's professional services, just Rubino's neighbor, who is Michael Maloney, as a consultant. Next page, vehicle use. In there, it states in the vehicle use, you will have access to utilize this vehicle to perform services on site. It's not for off-site, and he's using that vehicle off-site to have meetings for personal use. Next page is the reporting. They refuse to give any type of documentation via FOIA. The manager shall regularly report to the Park District or his designee regarding the progress of services and the project and problems encountered during the terms of this agreement. Such may be provided in person, in writing, and or telephone at the discretion of the Park District. The manager agrees to provide to the Park District once a week a weekly activity report that reports on the manager's activities during the prior week as well as any significant developments. He doesn't provide any of those. People FOIA'd it, and they refuse to give anything, which will lead into the compensation part of it. So in this compensation package that they've given him, he is receiving $11,250 per week, or per month, sorry. And he's supposed to provide an invoice. The key to that is the manager is supposed to provide an invoice on the first of every month to the Park District to be paid. He does not provide invoices anymore. He did the first couple months. He refuses to do it now. And then he shall be entitled to reimbursement, as he provides these invoices. And it also states at the bottom, he's supposed to be working 40 hours per week. And this is why the Park District and Mike Maloney the neighbor of Rubino stopped providing invoices. So if you can go to the next page. Anyone that's receiving $11,250 a month and was a real consultant would have some type of QuickBooks. This looks like something he bought from Ace Hardware, and he's just handwriting. So the taxpayers at Tinley Park paid him, that was his 160 hours to review drawings, review a asbestos report, meet with a contractor, and do a job walk down and bid meeting for $11,250 per month. The next month, same thing. He did some reviews, he had some meetings. Again, that's not 160 hours, but again, he gets $11,250 a month of Tinley Park taxpayers' money. The next page is his check. They paid him 2 months at one time. There it is, MPM Consultants, who is Michael Maloney at 17705 Harper. $22,500 for literally doing nothing. The next month is March. Overseeing contractors on site. He prepped for ComEd and Nicor and Metra visits. He presented a report to the board, $11,250. So I FOIA'd his invoices. After I FOIA'd this, now this is what they provide, and legally it goes against his contract. He's not even providing invoices, as he's legally required to a signed contract that he made with the board. Can you go to the next page, please? This is all you get now. Project manager fees, April 2024. No invoice, no description, as is mentioned in two parts of the contract. He has to give weekly updates, and he also has to give an invoice that he does not even provide anymore. How many people in Tinley Park make $11,250 per month? And it just continues to do that. Can you go two more? So here's his May invoice. That's not an invoice. That's a ledger that the Park District now provides, because now they know that we know that he's literally not doing a single thing, and it's sad. I won't keep going through it, but every single month is like this. He doesn't provide any invoices anymore. He doesn't, in the invoice that he did provide the first 3 months, there's nothing on it. Meeting with ComEd and Nicor, $11,250. While everyone goes to work every day, puts their boots on the same way, gets up at 5 in the morning to go to work, and he's getting $11,250 a month. He's using a Park District vehicle to drive around town, which he's not supposed to according to the contract. So these are just some of the things that they're doing at the Park District with their neighbor, Mike Maloney, that you guys are all paying for. So if you wonder why your taxes are going up from the Park District, these are the type of shenanigans and why this village is the best. When you look at any contract on any agenda, it lists everything in description from the bids. They don't list bids. You can't go on their site and find bids for anything. That's why our village is the most transparent village that I've ever seen. And they list every single expenditure to the penny. So, anywho, thank you for that. Is there anyone else from the board that'd like to make comment?
I'm just gonna comment on what you showed us, that, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in terms of, professional billing. I've worked in consulting, and I've had a lot of consultants work for me professionally, and then also, as you just said, what we have here at the village. That goes beyond irresponsible, how anyone signing off on that and can feel that they're being accountable and responsible to the community it's just a joke. Actually, it's not a joke because it's not funny.
No, it's sickening, and in my opinion, these are the reasons that Rita and Hastings went to the lengths they did, which has never been done in the state before, that they removed any oversight from the village. You drive by that site, you see all the stuff they're just pushing out the windows. And they don't even hire a real consultant. They hire a guy that welded pipes. And so now he is the manager at $11,250 per month. As you can see, in the first 3 months, they had to stop he had to stop writing invoices, because he's literally, it looks like he's not doing anything. And that all they're doing is using the park district money to fund this guy. So now he is going to run for a position. And where do you think that money's gonna come from to fund what he's doing? It's gonna come from us. So it's just sad that they can't do the right thing, and that's why Rita and the Hastings and Rubino's did what they did and hired their neighbor. So. Yeah, go ahead.
In relation to the Park District as well, actually the Mental Health Center. The Park District recently sent out a letter to, I believe, every resident in Tinley Park, giving somewhat of an update on what's happening. There's a paragraph in the upper portion of the letter that states what's excluded from what they're doing. I'd like residents to reread that and know that they're not draining the water out of all of the 1.6 miles of tunnels, all of the basements that are flooded in the buildings. They're not doing anything with the tunnel system or the basements. They're not removing parking lots and numerous other things. The residents need to ask themselves why. Why is it not being removed? And what do they think the cost of that is? I can give you the estimate of what the cost is, I know. The other thing people should pay attention to is the fact that they put a bobcat on each of the floors of Oak Hall, and I believe it was Spruce Hall as well. There was 2 buildings. They took out the windows, and they just shoved everything from the 3rd floor to the ground, the 2nd floor to the ground, the 1st floor to the ground. The pile was probably 15 feet high. And just as an example, I've read the asbestos report numerous times. There are millions of square feet of asbestos in those buildings combined. Every floor tile in Oak Hall is asbestos. And like I said, they went with a bobcat and we're just shoving it out the window. I'd like to see the results of their air quality tests, if there are any. People have said, is anybody nervous about this? If you're not nervous or worried, you should be. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, we have item number 13. Can I have a motion to adjourn to executive session to discuss A, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel. Oh, sorry. I have my screen erased. Scroll down, thank you. Well, they can't sue us now. Well, at least for 5 months.
5 months.
5 months.
Good for 5 months.
Item 12, thank you, village manager,
That's why he's the man.
retired major in U.S. Air Force. Item number 12, receive comments from the public. Would anyone from the public care to comment? Let the record reflect there are none. Thank you, Pat, though. Item number 13, can I have a motion to adjourn to executive session to discuss, A, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees? Is it about Bill? I thought he was leaving. Of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity.
So moved.
Thank you, Bill.
Second.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you. We will not be coming back. Have a good night and have a happy Thanksgiving.